Top 10 most toxic anime couples.
だから私、さとちゃんといたい。さとちゃんと幸せなまま終わりたい。
But she's just Kyojiri tiny. Like, what do you mean couple? This is a kid.
一緒に死のう、
Oh
さ
my
と
god,
ち
they
ゃん。
wanna die together? Oh man.
しおちゃん。
There are many different kinds of romantic relationships in anime. Some are cute and romantic, others are a deep connection between two souls,
cute
and some
and
are just flat out
romantic.
weird. As for this list, that's what we will be exploring. We'll be looking at some of the couples whose relationships are really, really bad. Because of this article will be talking about some things that could be
toxic
upsetting, like
relationships.
abuse. So be careful. Some of the couples on this list of toxic anime couples are just terrible at being together. With the help of a marriage counselor, Goku and Chi-Chi from Dragon Ball Z might be able to work out their problems, but some relationships are so bad that they just can't be fixed. Anyone seen Happy Sugar Life?
Yeah, it's not meant for
Yeah.
everyone.
The relationship between Sato and Shio is so bad that it's hard to talk about it without feeling sick. So what are we waiting for? Let's get right into it. Coming in number 10 is Seiichi Yagiri and Mika Harima from Durarara. Seiichi Yagiri is in
What does Durarara mean? And why is it called Durarara?
love with a head in a jar that floats. This head belongs to a Dullahan named Selty, but since it's not with her, it can't really talk, and doesn't seem to be aware of anything really. Seiji's older sister Namie has a girl named Mika Harima surgically changed to look like Selty's head was put on someone else's body. She does this to help Seiji get over his obsession. She acts like
What the
Selty for a
hell?
while, but in the end she is really Mika. Why did Mika let this happen? Because she is a stalker who followed Seiji so much that he had to get physical to protect himself. She would do anything, no matter how painful or dangerous, to be with him. After he finds out who Mika really is, he agrees to be with her until he can find a way to be with the floating head he really loves. Surprisingly, it doesn't really get much worse than that, but there is one more awful thing. Namie did all this because she likes her teenage brother in a romantic way, not because she is a good sister. So, it's not
Teenage brother? This is my problem with anime.
surprising that the kid doesn't know what a healthy relationship looks like.
わけわかんないことしてんじゃねえよ。
Ew.
今すぐにでも殺してやりたいところだぜ。
Sweet home Alabama.
Coming in number 9 is Lad Russo and Luo Klein from Baccano. Lad Russo is a sadistic hitman who gets a rush from killing people. Luo Klein, the woman he is going to marry, is one of the people he wants to hurt the most. Not because he hates her, but because he loves her so much that he thinks killing her is the best way to show how much he cares. Aww.
Wait, what? He will kill her to show her how much he loves her?
Isn't that just romantic?
No!
And surprisingly, it's
God.
just as romantic to Lua. She wants Lad to kill her and enjoy it. He plans to do it after he's killed a lot of other people, so it probably won't happen for a long time. But it's not like this is just a dark but harmless fantasy,
What am I
because they
watching?
both want it to happen one day. Any relationship where the goal is to kill the other person has to be called toxic. Coming in number 8
Yeah,
is
sure.
Yukiteru Amano and Yuno Kasai from Future Diary. Given the situation, the fact that Yuno Kasai will kill people for Yukiteru Amano isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world. They are playing a survival game that requires them to do so, but Yuno isn't just trying to get them out of a dangerous situation, she's also trying to get Yukiteru all to herself at any costs. This means that she won't just kill people who threaten him, but also those who get too close to him. She will even threaten Yukiteru if she
Jealous
thinks
much?
he might leave her. This relationship is so bad that it can't be saved. Coming in number 7 is Mugi Awaya and Hanabi Yasuraoka, Scum's Wish. Hanabi and Mugi start dating not because they like each other, but because they both want to pretend they're with someone else. Someone they can't be with. In Mugi's case, he loves Akane Minagawa, who used to be his tutor and is now his teacher. As for Hanabi,
He loves his teacher? He's a student, probably. Duh. Young student, and she's his teacher. Interesting!
she has a crush on Narumi Kanai, an older family friend who is also her teacher. Both of them can't act on their real feelings, so they agree to make up a relationship to drown their feelings in each other. At the same time, both Mugi and Hanabi have friends who really care about them.
That's good. They weren't with the teachers, so they ended up being together. Okay.
Can't show it. The two try to start a real relationship with each other so that they can get over their impossible feelings for each other. However, Mugi meets Miss Minagawa, who is obsessed with being wanted and uses men, and teenage boys especially.
This is my problem with anime!
To feed that need. Everything about it is just a nightmare. Coming on number 6 is Sora and Judge Vinsmoke, One Piece. Any relationship in which one person doesn't care.
Oh no, is he gonna like spoil One Piece to me right now? Should we skip that one? I'm skipping that one, bro. One Piece, blah, 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 blah. I see pictures, stuff. Okay, I'm skipping One Piece, guys. I'm watching the anime. I don't want to get spoiled.
Kids. Coming in number 5 is Masamune Goto and Kyoko Koda from March Comes In Like a Lion. Masamune Goto is in his mid-40s and married to a woman who is dying. He is cheating on his sick wife with a very young woman named Kyoko Koda, who
Asshole. The woman is dying. Let her die in peace and then be with another woman. Do you have to cheat on her while she's dying? Like, she's dying. Just wait, bro. Patience, man.
who already has a lot of family problems to deal with. This kind of relationship is bad enough as it is, so imagine how his poor wife must feel. But it gets worse from there. Goto is physically abusive to Kyoko. He has been seen hitting her more than once. Kyoko is still very attached to Goto even though he treats her so badly, and she tries very hard to stay in his life even when he seems to be trying to end things.
Oh my God,
this bothers Kyoko's adopted brother Rei. Even though Kyoko has been very cruel to him emotionally since they were kids, that's just how bad things are.
どんな欲望でも全部飲み込んであげるから。だって佐藤ちゃん、それが愛だから。
No, that's not what love is. That's obsession, sweetie.
And Shio Kobe, Happy Sugar
crazy
Life. Happy
talk.
Sugar Life is a horror anime about a horrible relationship between a teenager named Sato and the small child she stole. She came
At least she's a teenager, right?
from a bad family, and her mother eventually kicked her out. Sato took care of her.
It's
Sato
not like
doesn't
she's
try
gonna
to find
become
an adult who
18
can
anytime
take
soon.
good care of Shio. Instead, she does it herself. But she doesn't want to become a teenage adoptive mom. Instead, she falls in
it's a
love
mom.
with the little girl and tries to
I was about to say it's a mom-daughter relationship, which is fine. But apparently it's not.
kill anyone who tries to keep them from being together. This includes people like Shio's brother,
obsession,
who
bro.
actually loves and cares about her in a mostly non-harmful way. She ends up not letting Shio go outside at all and making her love Sato more than anyone else. For this reason, the two even have a fake wedding. Sato dies when she uses her body to protect Shio as the two of them jump off the roof. Shio
She killed the child! Oh my God, what am I watching?
lives through it, but it breaks her heart, and she still feels like she loves
She
Sato.
lives through
what a
it.
happy sugar life, huh? Coming in number
Yeah,
3
sure.
is Sakura, Haruno, and Sasuke
Happy.
Uchiha from Naruto. If you ask a fan of
Naruto.
Naruto what they didn't like about Boruto, they'll probably say that Sakura and Sasuke got together. And
I just spoiled myself.
that makes sense, since the relationship is poisonous as hell. It starts with Sakura gushing over Sasuke even though he
Since
doesn't like her at all,
episode
and punching
1,
Naruto for getting in
she
the way
was
of her
into
time with
him.
him. Sasuke treats her badly and insults her all the time. This is exaggerated, but this is still pretty typical behavior for a
they're gonna end up
12-year-old.
together.
But from there, things get a lot worse. At one point, Sasuke even tries to kill Sakura. Sakura has no reason to forgive him for this, but she brushes it off and does so anyway. But she can't forget how he acted politically against Konoha. His family was hurt by the government, but Sakura doesn't care about his very real problems and doesn't try very hard to understand why he's angry. After they get married and have a child, Sasuke goes on so many missions that he doesn't even recognize his own daughter. Even though he seems to want to fix this, he doesn't do anything about it until Sarada is 12. Which means he's been ignoring his relationship for at least that long. By then, it's really too late to do anything. Basically, this is a relationship where
God, I
it's
can't
okay
wait
for
to
them
see
to
the
hurt each
anime
other,
now.
and where it's also okay for them
Got spoiled
not to understand
major
or
time.
support each other. Coming in number 2 is Misa
Don't
Amane
forget
and
about
Light
it.
Yagami from
Death
Death Note.
Note,
Light
yeah.
Yagami has shown that he can't have a healthy relationship with anyone. But for now, we'll just talk about how bad his relationship with Misa Amane is. Misa finds Light by using her Shinigami eyes and good old-fashioned sleuthing. This is the start of their relationship. At first, she just wants to thank him for killing the man who killed her parents. But when she sees that he's hot, she decides that she wants to date him and help him kill criminals for the rest of her life. At first, Light doesn't believe her, but he soon realizes that she can help him with his plan to become the god of the new world. Not exactly what you would call a loving couple. And number 1 goes to Makoto
really
Ito and
toxic
every
like
girl
others.
he knows in school days. This huge mess can't be left out of any video about bad relationships. Makoto Ito, the main character in a harem story, at first seems to be a nice guy who wants to date Kotonoha Katsura. Because Kotonoha isn't ready for sexual activity, he gets bored and starts sleeping with Sekai Saionji, the girl who set him up with Kotonoha in the first place.
Looks
When
like
Sekai
Ash from
doesn't like the
Pokemon.
idea and wants to break up with Makoto if he doesn't tell Kotonoha the truth, Makoto tells Sekai a lie and says he broke up with Kotonoha even though he
Liar.
didn't. And
Weasley
after that, he sleeps with
liar.
almost every girl he meets and tells each one a lie about what he really wants. In the end, they all leave him because he won't talk to Sekai, who says she's pregnant but won't talk to him. Well, everyone except Kotonoha, who is crazy about Makoto. Sekai finally gets so angry with him that she stabs him. Kotonoha finds his body and cuts off his head. Then she goes to Sekai and kills her. She then leaves on a boat with Makoto's head in her arms. I still remember watching this and I'm still fucked up to this day. This entire series, this entire show, this entire game, whatever you want to call it, is just beyond fucked up. Well, anyways, agree? Disagree? Are there any other relationships that are really bad that we haven't thought of? Tell us in the comment section down below, as I'd love to hear other toxic relationships that are in anime. Also, if you'd like to support me, consider becoming a member of the channel, as I make exclusive content for members only. Also, don't forget to like, share, and definitely don't forget to subscribe. And as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.
Yeah, this toxic, like, listen guys, this is the problem. It's that in a lot of, in real life, relationships and stuff, people really like to, like, there is this problem of toxic relationships. And they always make it a synonym to loving someone. Like, oh, but because she loved him or because he loved her and etc. It's not love. It is obsession. And as a teenager, when I was a teenager and I thought I was in love with a guy or something, I would obsess over the guy. You know, because my teenage mind would think that is the normal way. Like, I would be jealous if he looks at another girl, if he hugs another girl, if he takes a notebook from another girl. But that's the teenage thing, you know? And then you realize later on that has nothing to do with love. And if you keep feeding that into your actual relationships, it can become more and more bigger problem in your life. And that's why you need to immediately separate those two. If you're at that point that much jealous, then it's you're the problem, and there is something wrong with you that needs to be fixed or changed or worked on, basically. Because these two should not, like, loving someone doesn't really mean that you need to be obsessive over that person, jealous, and love is not no freedom or no friends or something like that, you know? Like, it's definitely, it has so much also shadowing. Like, there is so much things going on in your life, probably some problems in your personal life that you always manifest into a relationship. So that doesn't mean that you love a person more if you are more jealous or more obsessed over them. You know, it means that there is something wrong with you. And that's the thing in these animes. It just gets worse and worse because there is an audience out there who is always putting love as this type of obsession. I would kill for that person. I would die for that person. Man, what's wrong with you? Bruh, loving someone doesn't mean you are ready to do this type of crazy things. That is just you being crazy, all right? Like, that has nothing to do with it. So stop obsessing, stop thinking that that's the right way of loving someone. Honestly, the best and healthiest type of love is to really care for someone, love someone, but also love yourself and take care of yourself. It's not selfish. Loving yourself and putting yourself first is not selfish, and it doesn't mean that you love another person less, all right? It means that you love them the normal, healthy way. And there is no other way. Everything else is obsession. That's my opinion. Duh.